Venezuela's pro-government assembly takes over the powers of the opposition-led Congress. It comes as Vice President Mike Pence arrives back to the U.S. after a week-long visit to Latin America. Pence made a final stop in Panama before returning home early to attend a meeting with President Trump on national security. The vice president also visited Colombia, Argentina, and Chile. On his trip, Pence urged Latin American leaders to put more pressure on Venezuela, which many fear is on the brink of civil war or even a dictatorship. Joining us now is Anna Quintana, policy analyst at the Heritage Foundation, where she focuses on Latin America. So Anna, will Latin American countries heed Vice President Pence's warning about Venezuela, and do you think they could actually pressure them to make some changes in Venezuela?
I think Latin America recognizes that Venezuela and addressing the crisis in Venezuela is a significant priority for the Trump administration. And I think it's a priority for the region as well. We have a 20-country-strong coalition right now at the Organization of American States willing to stand alongside the U.S. in addressing Venezuela.
Let's take a listen to what Vice President Pence had to say when he was in Chile.
Venezuela is sliding into dictatorship. And as President Donald Trump has said, the United States will not stand by as Venezuela crumbles.
So Anna, now having listened to that, what do you think the U.S. can do about the situation in Venezuela? Because we're not going to invade them, are we?
No, of course. I mean, the United States has a plethora of other economic and diplomatic options, right? So we do have the Organization of American States. We have the 20-country strong coalition that we should work alongside with to continue applying pressure to the Venezuelan government. We need to ask and demand strict standards for them of improving their behavior, of cutting back the dictatorship, right, and returning Venezuela back to a democracy.
As a result of all that bad behavior, there's so many human rights errors, problems, I should say. The United States Human Rights Commission is expected to release a full report at the end of August, including all these people who have been detained, more than 5,000 over the summer. What is going on there in terms of the opposition? What's happening with the people there?
Well, there is a significant closing of political space. The opposition is being incredibly repressed. I mean, you mentioned the thousands of arrests. These are people who've been detained, and now there are also over 300 people who continue remaining in prison, and they report being tortured and being beaten, and their human rights are just not being respected at all. So I think this report is going to be quite significant.
It is going to be significant. We're going to continue to follow this, just noting that and all the problems for everyday Venezuelans as well. Anna Quintana with the Heritage Foundation, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you.